Okay. So good morning, and let's you like Elsa? Can you see?
Yes, KD.
So this is my daughter's room. I'm here, and they have some decorated with yeah. So Elsa, Anna, and the other side is their thing, their double decker bus. Okay, sir. So I had to take their. We have some cousins in the house, so they are in other rooms. 2 minutes. Yeah. So yesterday we were talking about storage accounts. Yesterday we were talking about the standard storage that we created. Yesterday we were talking about containers. Yesterday we created containers like docs, right? Images, videos, and we uploaded a video. I canceled it though, but the 700 MB video that I have uploaded, right, sir? 100 MB blocks. That was the last conversation that we are doing. But anyways, for our a quick comfort, I'll quickly recap that once. For example, if I'm uploading a video like this, there are 3 types of blocks, sir. Block,
Page
page
block.
block, append block.
No.
And if we have to go to the PowerPoints once. Yeah, so I'll make it full screen. Yeah. So first thing, small story about blocks. Can you read the first line of it? Yesterday I did not talk about theory, so today we are talking. Can you please read the first line of it? Streaming workloads, sir. When you say streaming workloads, like videos, documents that you stream, sir, that you just read them, that you access them, pictures. You don't update them, you just stream them. Mostly you access them. JPGs, Word documents, PDFs, images, sorry, JPGs are saying, videos, whatnot, sir. Whatever objects that you stream, that you access, can come up into block. Not that you update frequently. You don't update those things. You just access them, right? So next one, sir. Each block consists of sequence of blocks. And you know how many blocks are maximum possible per block? 50,000. 50,000 blocks. And then each block is identified by a block ID. So unfortunately, we don't get to see all this. Whenever you upload one image, right? Internally, the image is broken into blocks. Yesterday you saw, and today also I'm sharing. If I upload a video, a 700 MB video, and I select 100 MB as a block size, it will be broken into 7 blocks. And each block has a block number. Now, last question of yesterday was from Santosh, asking like, what is the necessity of breaking the blocks into pieces? And again, 100 MB block size is better, or a small block size is better? So first of all, what is the necessity? Why did Microsoft choose this architecture of breaking everything into blocks? One specific reason, sir. 100 MB block, another 100 MB block, another 100 MB block. So 7 blocks are there for a video. Let's assume that the video is being played by Kirti, Rafi, Nalin, and Mohan, and Vishwa. All 5 of them are playing this video at a time. Obviously, everybody plays the video from the beginning only. So all of them are accessing the beginning blocks, first block. Agree? Sometimes somebody may be watching the video from the middle. Then somebody is accessing the 5th block or 4th block. So, sir, the reason behind breaking the pieces into blocks is because accessibility, sir. When more people stream, when more people access, smaller the blocks, it will be stored in different places in the hard disks. And streaming is also So putting everything into one blob, 100 MB blob, everybody will go and touch it. If the same stream, if I break into small pieces, multiple people can access. So let's say somebody is playing the video from the middle. For them, the block size, so smaller the blocks, performance can be better. Bigger the blocks, performance can be less. Normal, ideal understandings. So, but main purpose of Microsoft breaking blocks and storing in the blobs is because blocks are the main fundamental thing that you can store in a hard disk. And smaller the blocks, you are splitting the files more into different sectors on the hard disks, and performance can be better. So if you ask me, is smaller blocks better? Smaller blocks are better, but one challenge is there with smaller blocks, right, sir? You all know size. So if you go for smaller block, you will get smaller size because 50,000 max block limit, right? So depending on what file you want, for example, if I want a 1 terabyte, obviously I cannot go for 4 MB block size. 4 MB block size max sizes, you saw the math. 4 MB into 50,000, 195 GBs. 195 GB maximum. You can't grow more than that. So if you want 1 TB file or 2 TB file or 3 TB or 4 TB, then your only choice is what? 100 MB block size. So if you ask me, bigger sizes, bigger blocks, obviously. Smaller sizes, smaller blocks, obviously. Breaking into blocks is compulsory, sir. What do you recommend? No, I don't recommend anything, depending on your requirement. What does Microsoft recommend? Obviously, 4 MB default block size, sir. Microsoft recommends 4 MB default block size. That's why even the default block size option is 4 MB only. If your file size is more, then go for 100 MB block size. So main purpose of breaking blocks into blocks is whole thing is for performance. Rather than dumping blindly everything into one location, everybody going and hitting that hard disk at the same place, it's good to diversify. Like investments, right? They always say, don't invest everything into one. Invest, diversify, and invest. Same thing. Don't dump everything into one. Diversify and keep one block, second block, third block, or how many other blocks you want. Performance-wise, it is good. I don't have an answer. Yesterday itself, I would have spoken, but the class was at the end, so I did not.
Thank you.
Any other questions, sir, on this blocks? So good. Having blocks this way is good for performance. That's it.
Okay.
Don't dump everything into one location and overload the disk. So now 4.7 TB limit, right? Yes, everyone. So next one, sir. That is the story of block size, block. And so this picture you have seen yesterday. A storage account, inside that a container, inside container a blob. A blob is broken into either blocks or pages. If it is page blob, it will be broken as pages. If it is block blob, it will be broken as blocks. Now, second thing, sir, if any questions about block blob, please. So I told, right, sir, in Azure portal, upload a file or a video or whatever you like, select block blob. Ignore this checkbox, and I'll tell you what it is. Come down. And it's asking you, where do you want to keep it? Hot tier, cold tier, archival tier, where you want to keep it. So I want to give
on the storage timings.
Sorry.
Based on the storage timings.
Correct.
How frequent we are using this.
Correct. So now look at this one, sir. We had this conversation, but let me show it once again. We had this conversation, but let me show this once. So hot tier means frequently accessed data. Cold tier means 30 days old data. Okay, 1 second. Old data in the sense, for 30 days, you will not touch it. See, sir. Data in the cold area should be stored for a meaning if you're dumping anything in cold area, keep it there, don't touch it for 30 days. KD, no, how dare man, how can you say that? 30 days, if I need it, okay, you want it, Microsoft will allow you to access, sir, but they'll charge you access cost. So Microsoft will allow you to access hot area, cold area. Hot area means frequently accessed. And by the way, sir, anything you store in hot area, okay, has the higher storage cost. For storing there, it's costly, but lower access cost because you are frequently accessing, right? So access cost will be low, but storage cost will be high. Same way in cool area. So cool area means not fast performing disks. There will be slow performing disks. They will store it there. Cool area. In cool areas, one challenge is that you need to store it for 30 days. 30 days. And then if you want to access in this 30 days, you can, but you have to pay more for not storing, but for access.
Then what about after 30 days, KD?
No, I mean, minimum, you are telling that 30 days I will not touch it. You keep it there and don't touch it for 60 days is also fine for that. Minimum 30 days, you should not be really accessing it. So anything that you don't need for 30 days, you dump it there. Anything that you don't need for more than 6 months, you dump it in the archival tier. So for example, for example, you take backups of the we take backups of servers, example, or servers or databases or anything. Backups older than 1 year, 2 years. Sometimes some companies have to manage backups of up to 10 years. As per the healthcare HIPAA rules, not only HIPAA, even insurance banking sector has this rule. Exactly. So we have to manage all this backups of all the servers, databases, whatever application servers, whatever backups for at least 7 to 10 years mandatory. Okay, so the 7 to 10 years backups that you are managing, you should keep somewhere. So my point is that 10 years old backup, you hardly will touch it. So it's good to store in the archival area. Because these are like never touched. Wait, 30 days old backups, recent one. Sometimes you may need it. So you keep it in cool area. And which you frequently access, data which you frequently access, keep it in hot area. So that is a segregation. So one last thing, sir. How many of you know this business of cold storage? Cold storage business. Anybody from Guntur?
Sorry,
You are Guntur.
Me, KD.
Richie? Okay, yeah, correct. So in the place called GUNTUR, which is in actually Core AP, if you go on towards that city, right, on the outskirts, especially in the outskirts, you will definitely see a huge buildings with maybe 10 storied, 7 storied, 6 storied buildings. It's like completely jammed and sealed. There's a big world inside that, refrigeration. They store red chilies, not only red chilies, nowadays vegetables, everything. Apples that come from all the way from Shimla. And you all know, right, the apples that we get are not the fresh apples. They are dumped into a cold area. And moreover, those are not the apples that were taken off a week back or 10 days back. Those are months and months back apples that come to us and which are served in the nearby mart and all. But right, this all goes into cold area. Everybody knows, right, sir? I'm sorry if I'm
Yeah.
Okay, if everybody not aware, that's fair. Nothing is fresh. So it comes from the cold area. Now, the point is, sir, whenever you're storing something in the cold area, I have friends, so I'm just telling you this. That's how I know. Anybody knows better, please correct me. Anything that you store in the cold area, right, especially cold storage, it's not about, they'll ask you these questions, okay? How much time you want to keep it inside? X amount of time. Okay, X amount. If the more you store, sir, the cost will reduce. And the lesser you store, the cost is high. The lesser duration you store, they have to adjust your things inside that huge cold storage. They have to keep at the right place. If you're asking for longer period, they'll keep it in the corners or inside. So there is management there. There is same things, are exactly 100% what we're talking about. This one is a complete correlation to that topic. Venkat, am I right? Or if you have some more knowledge you want to add, sir? Anybody else has more knowledge, please feel free to educate.
No, that's correct. Depends upon the months how you will store it. So based on that one, they will keep it in the side.
Exactly.
If you want to keep it in only for a month, they will keep it in the sorting and they will remove it whenever you want.
And one more thing, sir. More number of times you go and say, hey, I want this product, I want that item, the more number of times you go and pull the data from there, sir, they'll charge you accordingly for that also. So same thing, 200. I always like this example comparing to that product. So cold storage. So that's also nothing much to say. Any questions more? Anybody have? So cold area, hot area, archival area. Archival area is more than 6 months. You dump it there. So you can access, by the way, archival area you can access. Though it is 180 days, you can still access. So archival area is called as an offline area. Offline, completely offline. To access some data from there, it will take hours, because it is stored in tape drives. So can you imagine how slow the tapes will be, right? Too slow. Tape discs. I'm sure you all know tape drives.
Yes, KD.
Yeah. So these are the tape drives now all companies use. Nowadays, cloud has come. Tape cassettes, like audio cassettes that we used to do, A side, B side. So same thing. But these tape discs which you are seeing here, not like an audio cassette. 60 minutes, anybody remembers? 60 minutes was audio cassette duration, 90 minutes, 60 minutes audio cassettes, 90 minutes audio cassettes, if I remember it right. So, sir, but these are not like that. So one tape that you are seeing there can store 8 terabyte of data, 16 terabyte of data. So we have small tape drives storing 8 and 16 terabytes of data. And even more also, if I'm not wrong. So, but sir, to access something, you need to go forward the tape, go to that area, access it. So it's very, very slow. So the reason why Microsoft is saying archival area is an offline tier is because it is not an online tier. If you want something from there, if you want to access something from there, it will take hours. Let's say I have a photo kept in archival area. I want that photo now. It will take hours. One minute, sir. Now I want to show you something which will give you a clarity about what is what. So just a minute. So don't worry about, look at this. So just bear with me. I want to show you something. Where is it? See, sir, hot tire gives you 99.9% availability. Cool tire gives you 99%. Archival tire gives you no assurance about access. Got it? Offline. It's offline. And something goes wrong also, it may go wrong. So if to read something from a hot tire, you will take milliseconds. To read something from cold tire, it will take milliseconds, but you have to pay a lot of money for cool area. And sir, minimum recommended data retention period, 30 days at least you have to keep data there. And here it is not applicable, 180 days here. And do you see here, sir, what is it?
Hours.
It takes hours to retrieve data from that archival area. So that's also nothing much to say. But just understand that blobs that you are storing, right, depends on which area where you are storing. So one assignment question for tomorrow. Small, if you want to answer now also is fine, but better to answer it tomorrow. What is hot inferred? On the screen, you can see here, right? Hot inferred. So hot is okay, cool is okay, archival is okay. What is hot inferred? Okay, I'll wait for the answer. Just a minute, please.
Is it a default account access?
Sorry, Kirti, can you please tell what you said?
Is it a default account tier setting?
Yeah, because see, now if you notice few minutes back, I did not select anything. By default, it was hot inferred. So my question is like, what is the exact meaning of hot inferred? What does it indicate? Okay, now sir, I mean, no hurry now, no need to answer now. You can talk tomorrow also, no worries, but first let's move on. So everyone, so look at this. Retention policy means how long you want to keep your backups or files or videos or photos in that location. So one thing, did you notice I it's disabled now. Let's say I want to keep this files a month or 3 weeks or 4 weeks. I can select that option, but right now it's disabled because version level immutability on the container to set a retention policy. Meaning there's one setting I have to enable. If I enable that setting, so then this feature gets activated. So which we'll talk later, but right now, let's keep it simple. So if you all are okay, sir, this is a first level of discussion that we're doing about blob storage. Let's not go deep and talk every feature and get confused. Better not. So shall I click OK now? Shall I upload now? We already saw that yesterday. I am again uploading. That's it, sir. So this is the story of block props.
KD, when some people they will use on-prem Exchange servers, right? On-prem Exchange servers, which they have 50 GB of email boxes, these are all will be there. But when they migrate to any Gmail, business Gmail or Office 365, they don't want to move again this data to that, okay, because the cost will be more. More than 50 GB or 1 TB kind of mailboxes. In that case, can we put those email boxes in archived storage? Archived blob.
These are archival storage, which you are talking about, right? Aramse, we can put whatever you want there. 100%. Why not? You can do. See, it's not about only Azure customer and all. Even we can create a Azure storage account, create a free subscription. Not free, I'm sorry, paid subscription. Pay as you go. Create an Azure storage account. Store your data there, sir. We can do that. Hey, sir, did I show you this, sir? I don't know if you like this or not, but I don't use hard disks anymore. Of course, I have the old one, 4 TB one. I don't use hard disks anymore. I'm a big fan of P Cloud. P Cloud. Can you see here my P Cloud drive?
What is Cloud?
P Cloud is nothing but it's like a cloud service only. Actually, it uses our AWS competitor. So P Cloud is a company which is built on. Let me quickly show, sir. Okay, if you go to P Cloud, this is the most very good storage, very good storage. So 1 second, it's loading. Yeah, so very good storage, very good pricing benefits they have. 1 minute. Yeah, see, sir, right now they have an offer also running, I think. Yeah, so 10 TB was not there when I took it, was like 2 TB. So lifetime, right? Meaning 99 years. You can do annual plans every year. You can purchase it $100. That means per year, how much are you paying? 8,200 rupees for 2 TB per year. Is that better? Or going for a lifetime investment?
Lifetime.
One-time investment. That means 99 years is what they are assuring, sir. We may not live by that time. So, but whatever documents are there, I'll tell this username password to my daughter. Just kidding. But on a serious note, sir, this can go for generations, and 99 years is the assurance of this one. So 2 TB storage, online storage, keep all docs here. I use it, right? So I keep everything around the hood for me here. There, I'm still using it's 1 TB. But I need to make sure that I don't keep junk there. What is useful, I keep there. Just saying. Same thing, Santosh. Rather than doing this, I can create an Azure storage account, pay money, keep my documents there. Again, manage an archival area, hot area, cold area. But P Cloud is one company which is doing the same work, sir. Whatever you upload, they are arranging everything in the background and they are charging us.
Okay.
They are paying some money to Amazon because they use Amazon in the backend. And right now they have back Friday sale, so I think that clear, sir.
So are you paying anything extra after
Which one?
lifetime for when you access any files from there? Or
No access costs, only storage cost. That's
only storage.
And access also, they'll give you some bandwidth. If you want more bandwidth, you have to pay for bandwidth extra much. But I'm happy with the bandwidth that they are offering. So I'm just saying, sir, one product which is a nice one. So anyways, there's something similar, right? Something similar. It's like, by the way, in AWS, they call it S3 bucket. I already told you. S3, did I tell or not?
No.
In AWS, we call same feature, storage account. It's called as S3 bucket in AWS. Cloud object storage, S3. Simple storage solution, something, sir. Yeah. Understood? It's the same. Our storage account in AWS is called as S3 bucket. Okay, then let's go back. Sir, any questions on the blob storage?
No, KD.
Others, sir? Again, we have, I know one question is remaining in your minds that, hey, what if I want to, I will store everything there, sir, backups or something. 1 year old, I want to automatically delete retention policy. You can set, sir. As I said, retention policy is here only before you. Any file that is older than 1 year, it will automatically, 10 years, older than 10 years, it will automatically delete. If your company policy is 10 years, 10 years later, whatever file is there, it will delete, sir. You can manage that. Self-deletion. Okay, 10 years is too long, 1 year. Okay, keep 1 year. So whatever is your retention policy, you can mention here. Any files older than that retention, it will delete it. So that's also nothing much to say. This is the hot area. And by the way, now, so this is one thing. This is block blob. Now let me talk about page blob. If you all are ready, I want to do a small discussion about page blobs. So what are page blobs? So then block blobs are healthy, I mean, are fine, right, for our requirement, are absolutely fine for our requirement. Then where is the necessity for page blobs coming into picture? We'll explain. So first thing and foremost thing is page blobs are used for, as you see on the screen, page blobs are mainly used for targeted at random read write. Meaning, so you will keep there, you will read it from it, you will write to it. So you are going to upload, update that files. Those are good for page blobs. Okay, I'll keep a video there and update. No, I'm not talking about videos, sir. I'm not talking about photos. I'm not talking about documents. Maybe a Word document, or maybe something which you really update. Maybe something which you make changes about. Sir, Microsoft recommends to put virtual machines. Hard disks are there, right, sir? VHD files you saw, unmanaged and managed.
Yes, KD.
Unmanaged and managed VHD files to keep it in, to keep it as a page blob. Sir, you remember, I'm sure we did the demo. We created unmanaged disk. When you are creating unmanaged disk, what did you do, sir? Difference between managed and unmanaged. Managed, Microsoft will handle everything. Unmanaged, you have to handle. What is that? You have to first create a storage account.
Storage account.
And after creating storage account, you need to create a VM. When creating VM, of course, pick older VM, older generation VMs. Latest generation VMs don't support it. In older generation VMs, you go for disks tab. Under disks tab, scroll at the last, go to advanced, and there's a tick box called manage this. Can you remove that? And then it becomes unmanaged. Then it'll ask you, what's a, hey, in which storage account shall I keep it? In which storage account? Then you will select your storage account that you created. There it is creating what, sir? Under containers.
Page blob.
Under, okay, so I think some of you are giving a little question mark expression, so hardly takes few seconds. Let me finish this unmanaged disk VM creation one more time. Quickly, sir, quickly. So create a virtual machine. Help me, sir.
So KD.
Yeah, so I'm selecting, okay, we don't have an RG. Already it's there.
Here it is on the top, first one.
Sorry, I didn't see it. Yeah, so KD unmanaged VM. So I'll pick a Linux operating system. Is that okay? Okay. Linux operating system. So because Linux will give us both unmanaged and managed options. One minute. Done. Okay, rest all is fine, sir. Known to you. I'm going into disks now. Under disks, I'll select HDD and go down and pick advanced options, sir, right? And Unix operating system. I'm selecting what?
Unchecking the unmanaged.
Unchecking the managed disk
Managed
option.
disk.
Then it will ask you for managed disk. I have already a storage account, right, sir? The one that we are using now, I'll use that one only. Okay, there is an error, sir. Gen 2 requires managed disk. Okay, let's go for maybe Gen 1. Just a minute. Is Gen 1 available in this list? 1 minute. Ubuntu Gen 1 I will select. Gen 2 requires managed disks. Ubuntu Gen 1. Okay, sir. Now good. Go to disks. Yeah. Oh, damn. It doesn't support.
KD, I think we selected last time SQL Server 2012
I'll go with
or something.
SQL. And it will
Server.
take time to build. That's why I was trying to avoid it. It takes too much time to build.
Yeah, the first one. On
This
that,
one, right?
yeah.
This one. This stupid guy takes too much time to build. That's why. Okay, fine. That's fine. So go to disks. So remove unmanaged. Select the storage account that you have, right? And rest all options. So continue networking, management. I'll leave it. So monitoring off. Done. I'm creating it. So this will do what, sir? Once the VM is created, what it will do? It will create a VHD file in your storage account. In the storage, let me show. The unmanaged disk is getting created. Just a minute. Okay, now it's in progress. While it is going on, you only go to storage accounts. The storage account that I have. Go to containers. Do you see now VHD folder got? I did not do that. VHD folder got created, sir. Inside that you have got 2 VMs. Do you see what type of blob it is?
Page blob.
Page blob. So page blobs normally are what, sir? The virtual machine hard disks are nothing but page blobs normally. Wait, sir. Now wait. So this is very, very important for us. Kind of initial discussion for migration. In migration, we'll do a detailed discussion one more time in migration topic. So I have Oracle VirtualBox in my laptop. You have seen it multiple times by now. I am creating a new virtual machines. I'm creating a new virtual machine. Watch carefully, please. KD- migrate VM. Listen, Wiser. Windows 2016 is what I am selecting. And hit next. 2 GB RAM, 1 CPU, 50 GB hard disk. So when you are creating a virtual hard disk, right? In Oracle VirtualBox, it creates with an extension called VDI. I'll show you, sir. First, let me create this. Virtual machine created, right? Yes, sir. You only watch. In my C:\VMs folder, this is a VM that I created just now. Can you see what is the file extension? VDI. VDI file, sir. Okay, done. Now, what I will do is, it's turned off. The VM is turned off. So, if I install an operating system, then let me start it. Just a minute. The VM is starting. You provide the ISO file. So once the VM installation starts, you provide the ISO file, whatever I have, 16. And then the operating system installation will start. So I'm building one operating system in my laptop. So I have got a requirement. Once this operating system is built, wait and watch. So what's the size of the VM now? VDI file?
2 MB.
2 MB. Keep watching, sir. Keep watching.
It will start increasing.
Okay, Windows 2016 data center. The moment I start installation, sir. Yeah, the moment I start installation, can you see 96 MB, 200 MB, 300 MB, meaning that VDI file is growing. Means my operating system is getting installed in simple words. 1 GB, it's 2 GB now, 3 GB.
It should go
So
about 8 GB around.
yeah, it becomes around 19 GB if I'm not wrong. It becomes around 9. Give me a minute, please.
So for unmanaged disk, page blocks created by default.
Correct, sir. For unmanaged disk, page blobs are created by default. So now, so everyone, I'm creating my own VM, sir. It's a 1 second, sir. I just want to tell you something important. That's why I'm doing this demo. So I'm creating my own VM in my on-premises, in my laptop. So this VM I want to migrate to cloud. This VM I want to migrate to cloud.
Yeah. So you can go to that file and upload.
So what
it
I can
like
do is this VDI file I can upload, sir. But remember, VDI files are not recognized by Azure. Azure understands VHD files. So before keeping, so I want to migrate this VM to cloud. Before migrating, the first thing I have to do is convert this file from VDI to VHD, which Oracle VirtualBox supports. Then that VHD file you put it to Azure. So that means you're uploading. So your on-premises virtual machines, on-premises virtual machines, you're uploading to Azure. So that's where page blobs help. So, sir, are you getting, so my point you're getting, right? On-premises VMs, if you want to migrate to cloud, sir, you use VDI files. Sorry, not VDI, VHD files. That VHD files you can upload to cloud. And that when uploading, you will select what option, sir? Page blob option. Because the sizes, sir, this one is nothing. There's nothing in it, 13 GB files, sir. By the time installation completes, it becomes 19 or 20 GB. Okay. And in real environment, real servers will be how much? Maybe terabytes. So for example, I have a VM with 4 terabytes or 5 terabytes. Sorry, block blob doesn't support 4.7, it's highest. Page blob max size is how much, sir? You would have already seen the numbers here. 8 TB. 8 TB. So, but again, 8 TB is also less KD. That's a different story, sir. But normally, 8 TB disks, 8 TB VHD files you can upload to Azure. So 1 minute is almost completing. If you can wait for a few minutes, almost done. So now 17 GB, sir. 86% completed. Almost bare patience. So what I will do now, sorry to interrupt. What I will do now is, after this VM is ready, I will convert this VDI file into VHD, which will take another few minutes more. That's it. And then that file we will upload as a into the Azure page blob, sir. As a page blob, we will append it. I will upload it. Okay, now installation almost finished. Just bear with me. Almost done. Yeah, I will restart the system once. Yeah, done. Sir. So almost, just a minute more. Yeah, done. Now the VM is ready. So I have a local VM. I want to upload to cloud. You can use page blobs. You have photos, videos, documents. You can use block blobs. So I'm just showing both the demos. Sir. That's all. Append blobs, I'll tell you when, but let's finish this first. Done. Complete. The VM is ready. I'm going to shut down the VM. Yeah, the VM is loaded now. Yes, the VM is ready. Let me do one thing. Let me shut down this VM. Done. VM down. Can somebody help me? What is the first step I have to do? Just asking. VDI file, which is, so look at the size now. 18, approximately 18.7 GB or close to 19 GB, right? Now, so the first step we need to do is convert this VDI file into a VHD file. Else I can't use it, right? So somewhere, 1 second, I forgot the option under machine. It will be.
You can go to the machines, KD, tools or something.
Tools, virtual media manager. So there's a tool under file, under tools, under virtual media manager, we have this VDI file. Can you see this VDI file? You can copy and create a VHD file. Okay, so pre-allocate size means it will consume entire 19 GB on my disk, which I am not doing. I'll just click on finish. So now it will create another file with the name VHD. Got it? This is, it's a simple. I mean, see, sorry, by the way, it's not our job. I'm just showing you that the purpose of, okay, now this is getting converted, 21% done. So almost once it is done, so you will see VHD file. This VHD file you upload to cloud. That means, whatever software, whatever I have in that system is going to cloud now. So VHD files are nothing but the virtual machine files that you upload to cloud. So page blobs are a best fit. Page blobs are a best fit to upload VHD files. And sir, I showed you yesterday also, if you notice the demo, sir. Yesterday's demo was what? If I go to standard storage, go to containers, sir. Listen, just watch.
KD, some network issue.
So your voice is not clear, Deepak.
Now?
KD, some network issue.
Now.
Now it is fine.
Fine.
So now, look at this. If I go to VHD files or videos, sir, and I'm uploading another video, and let's say I'm uploading this video. And so when uploading video, if I select page blob, do you think it will accept? It will not accept, sir. Why? I'll tell you. The file that I am uploading, right, sir, the video file that I am uploading doesn't have a 512 byte boundary. Now, KD, what the hell is this 512 byte boundary? Let me explain. Sir, you know blob architecture now? Everybody? So you all know what's blob architecture, right? Every block will have some XYZ size, depending on 4 MB, 100 MB, 2 MB, 1 MB, whatever you are choosing. Every block has a block size. This is the architecture for blob. So for page blob, especially for page blob, every piece is 512 bytes aligned. Every piece, sir. If I'm uploading a 100 MB file or 1 GB file or 1 TB file, it's 512 bytes of sparse files aligned. 512. That's how it should be aligned. This is a rule for page blobs. And moreover, remember, right? Page files, why VHD, sir? VHD means what? If you do anything in the virtual machine, sir, VHD files are editable files, right? If I'm installing a so you tell me, sorry, we created one virtual machine, right? Just now, sir, our unmanaged disk. Just now I created one unmanaged disk virtual machine.
Yes, KD.
This is unmanaged VM, right, sir? Windows VM or Linux VM. So if I install some software in this, if I install some software in this, I copy a file in this. Where all this goes? Into the VHD file only. Because everything is a VHD. Sir, this VM itself is the VHD file. So if I install a new software, it is stored in the VHD file. If I copy a new file into this, it's stored in the VHD file. Anything I make a change here, VHD file gets modified. So that means, sir, any software. So if I connect to this virtual machine, this VM, and do anything in this, you copy a photo, copy a video, copy a document, install one software. Anything you do inside this VM, what is getting updated in the backend, sir? Your VHD. VHD file. VHD file. Where is the VHD? See, anything I do inside this VM, direct reflection to where, sir?
VHD.
Go to storage accounts. Go to the storage account that I created few minutes back or some time back. In that storage account, there is container. In that container, there is a container called VHD. In that, you have two files, sir. One is a C drive, 127 GB. Another is some drive, 1 TB. So anything I do that in the virtual machine, sir, is reflecting here. Yes or no?
Yes, KD.
Correct. That's what I'm saying, sir. So these files are editable files, modifiable files. That's what the documentation also says, right, sir? What does page blobs say? Page blobs are read-write. You can modify them. Modifiable blobs, page blobs. Block blobs are streamed. And sir, now our conversion would have got completed if you can see. Yeah, it's ready, sir. It's ready. Copy file 18.75 GB. Now you upload that file and see. Let me upload a new file into the VHD folder itself. Browse. It's in C drive. In my VMs folder, sir. And under migrate VM, there is a VHD file. VDI files it doesn't recognize. Just telling you. Only VHD files. Sir, now if I go to advanced, I'll select what, sir?
Page block.
Page blob. Is it giving any warning here?
No.
Now it is not giving warning because, sir, that VHD file is 512 bytes aligned. So any file which is 512 byte aligned, you can upload.
What about documents, KD?
Documents you can upload. So see, nothing. Page blobs you can upload as a document, but the document must be 512 byte aligned. But the normal purpose of VHD files, why do we use, sorry, sir, why do we normally use, most ideally use page blobs is for the VHD files. You can do other things also. Backups also can be stored here. No comments, but just letting you know. So VHD files are one ideal good example. Sir, I'll show one more example tomorrow where I'll take a SQL Server backup. I'll show you, sir. I'll show you guys a SQL Server backup. But KD, why should we see SQL Server? You don't need to see SQL Server, but just watch. A SQL Server backup, which I'll keep in a page blob, sir, as a page blob. You can do. Word document you can keep as a page blob. You can do. But sir, what Microsoft recommendation is what?
To keep VHD.
Keep VHDs. Read write, where you do read writing. That's all. So did you understand the sparse file architecture? So sparse file meaning entire video that you entire VHD file that you have is 512, 512, 512, 512, 512, 512, 512, 512, 512, 512 aligned. This is the architecture of this one.
So on the top, we recommend 4 MB or how much MB it will
Default
block
is,
it.
default is 4 MB depending on the size requirement. 4
So,
MB will give you 195 GB. So if you want more than 195 GB, 100 MB.
Okay, there it will convert, and here it is not like we give anything. It will do it 512 only.
Here we can't do anything. We can't select at all any 512 byte alignments. You can't change. 512 is a fixed rule that it follows here.
Okay, and highest is 8 TB.
Highest is 80. One page blob that you are uploading, highest can go up to 80.
18. Well, okay, one.
KD in block Bob, if I want to block size is 50 MB, can I go for 50 MB also?
50 MB block size option we don't have. I wish we had, but 100 MB, 4 MB, 2 MB, 1 MB, that KBs. That's all. We don't have 50 MB block size. Customized blocks are not available.
Oh.
And nor you can talk to Microsoft and modify it. Only these are the options available. Are you good, sir? Okay. Now,
Yes,
so the last discussion is there on append blobs, which we will do. But sir, recently, even our friends attended interviews. Not in all interviews, but some interviews we got these questions about block blob, page blob, append blob. How do you delete older retention policies? Those things have come up in recent interviews. Okay.
So this has what you call version control, right? KD?
1 second. I'm just sorry. Yes, they have version control. They have version. So we have, see again, so please note, this is a first level discussion that we are doing. I want you to know what are managed disks, what are unmanaged disks. What is file, what is queue, what is table. And what is block blob, page blob, append blob, which we'll complete tomorrow. So now you have got the fundamental understanding, right, sir? Then I want to cover a topic called shared access signature, SAS, and also what is key, access key. So those things we will cover. So we are going step by steps. And then finally, we'll come back and do the retention policy, version control, some extra features about storage. So one first surface level scan will finish. And we'll go and discuss the advanced features in the background. All right, sir? That's it. You're good for today. Let's reconnect tomorrow and let's continue this conversation about the storages.
Sure, KD.
Thank you, everyone. Talk to you tomorrow morning. Same time, same place, signing off. Have a fantastic day, everyone. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, KD.
Okay, thank you, Vijay.
Yeah, bye, everyone.